What's going on, everybody? Thanks for coming to our stream.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, can someone post in the chat and tell us if they can hear us?
Very important question.
Yes. We will just wait.
Or act as though they can hear us.
I don't see any audio.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, sweet. All right. Yeah, thanks again for coming to our stream. We're really excited to show this to you guys. We're gonna wait just a couple minutes just for some more viewers to come in, and then we promise we'll get to the video. There's after the video we have a BTS video that we're gonna play as well. So be sure to stick around for that. And yeah, you guys got anything to add?
Just really appreciate y'all being here. The whole team put everything they could into this, and I think we're all really happy with how it turned out. It is short but sweet, and yeah, some of the best work I've seen from everybody involved. So, really excited to put this one on the wall.
Well said. Well said.
There's probably a few of you guys in the chat that hasn't been introduced to us. Probably not many. I know, like, Dylan, you're in there, and Liam. But for anybody that's in the chat that doesn't know everybody on the screen right now, to my right is Nate. There's two Nates, I guess.
Yeah.
Nate 1 and Nate 2. Nate 1 did composition and a bit of sound design and whatnot for this one. So he's the one that dealt with all the music. My name is Quinn. I did the sound design primarily, and then on location sound recording. This is Brandon. He dealt with cinematography and directing. This is Drake. He did lighting and grip work, as well as had some input on the cinematography and other things. And this is Nate.
Wub.
He is just chilling. He's here. He's here for moral support. And then over there, you can't see anybody. There's Brett. He's our hype man. And then Huana, and she was behind script and other various useful tasks. And yeah, so that's everybody here. Again, thanks everybody for joining, and we're looking forward to hearing your feedback and whatnot, so hope you enjoy.
And I just want to say that everyone that was involved in this project, we couldn't have done it without you, so thank you. We really appreciate it. Like, honestly, on set especially, it could not have gone as smooth as it did without everyone's help. So we're super grateful, and now we finally get to show everyone what we created, and we're looking forward to it. I think
That's pretty much all the pre-roll we had planned, so.
Did anyone introduce Nolan?
Our most important member of the team. Nolan, come here. Come here. Nolan, get over here. You can see there, he's right there. That's Nolan. He pretty much wrote the whole thing. He's kind of a big part of the production. Yeah. He's a big deal. He's a big deal. So kudos to Nolan. And yeah, let's turn up the volume. How's that sound? Does that sound better? Can you guys hear us all right?
That should be a bit better.
Check 1, check 2. Check. Nolan is the best. You know this more than anyone, Pat. Pat's had some times with him. It's better? It's good? The audio's good? Okay, sweet. I say should we get the show on the road? What do you guys think?
Ready?
Yeah, we can
I
hang
think-
out afterwards.
Yeah, we'll hang out for a bit after, do the BTS, and then we'll talk to you guys for a bit longer.
Anybody wants to chill, we'll be right here. But for now, let's
Let's go. You want to do a countdown from 5?
Yes.
yeah, as long as you play it on 3.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Do my best.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We stop here, we're dead.
David, we have to stop the bleeding. If we don't, we are not going to make it 10 feet. Quick, hand me your med kit.
Hang in there. Come on. Come on.
It's done.
Did anyone see where Dwight went?
Can you walk?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought I saw a gate just out here.
The gate isn't gonna do us any good if we don't have no power.
For all we know, Dwight's working on it right now.
For all we know, Dwight's rotting on a hook.
Don't talk like that.
You honestly think he has a chance out there with that thing? We should get out of here while we still can.
No, we're not leaving without Dwight.
We go back for him, then we all die. Better the three of us make it out of here than none of
Guys!
What?
Dwight's alive.
That sounded like Dwight.
Poor bastard's been hooked.
Dumb mate?
We gotta get his attention somehow.
This thing's a hunter, which means we need bait.
Who's going after Dwight?
Makes the fastest. Should be her.
Who's gonna be the bait?
Hey, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. Okay. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. No. No.
Meg, over here. Meg. Hatch.
Welcome to our set, Dead by Daylight. This is our first shot. Right now, we're just gonna get the Huntress, our killer, to walk behind some trees and off to the other side. It's just supposed to be kind of a spooky opening scene. And yeah. If I die, at least Mateo's filming. that is true. Okay, I think that's good. Action!
throws it down, but we don't have to start there, just so that the pallet's already down. And then we see her in the background, and then I think the next shot was like getting a close-up of her throwing.
Okay.
So after this.
Cut. One more same take. Action. Beautiful. Cut.
That was so good.
That was awesome. Okay.
What was the biggest inspiration from Dead by Daylight that you implemented into the short?
Oh, easy, the hook.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, that we definitely had the most fun with that for sure.
Yeah, that it looked awesome.
Oh,
like,
it was so sweet.
it was sick.
So happy with how that turned out, honestly. It was so awesome.
Action.
It's we're gonna be okay. You got this, okay? Okay, come on, let's go. Come on.
Cut.
Action.
Yeah.
All right, so this is scene 10 in our short film. The idea of this shot is basically it's gonna be like one big single shot. I'm gonna be running backwards, trying not to fall, and Natasha, who's playing Meg, she's gonna run in, and she's hiding behind this tree from the killer, and the killer's kind of searching around for her. And then we do a couple pans, and then she jumps under the bridge and hides under there.
It's one shot, right?
Yeah, it's one single shot.
That's
so
sick.
yeah, it's gonna look good, hopefully.
Okay.
You know, and just
Okay.
like close and breathe,
Okay.
and then kind of make your next moves slowly like that.
Okay.
You know, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So they're gonna run through their line, and then we'll give you a cue, and then you're gonna slowly rise up, and then they're gonna slowly turn to look at you, and then maybe like raise your axe or something, because you're about to fuck them up. Real bad.
What's that kind of movement?
Yeah.
I didn't sign anything about.
Meg. Hatch.
Okay. That was fucking awesome. Yeah, we're good. Action. Boom. Cut. Nice. Loved it. Ooh, Mark. Action. Loved it. Good. Moving on.
It's way back.
How do you think the shoot's gone so far?
11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. What about
Incredible.
yesterday's late start?
It was 11 or 10.
Okay. We'll keep with that number then. I'll check in at the end of this shoot.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been dreamy to get them all at the same light level, but when does that happen?
Yeah.
Are you good?
What's the biggest hurdle you think technically for this short so far?
I mean, there's a whole number of things, but I think the number one thing is actually going to be day for night in post-production, because one thing we weren't counting on was the snowfall, and you know it's really bright inherently. It's just flat white, so trying to edit that and color grade it so that it looks like nighttime when you've got all these reflections all over the place, that's going to be a big challenge, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a few other things too, like making like the set look good, and that's why this location is so great, because there's so many cool places to film in Alberta. So
Mark. Action.
Ah!
Sounded like Dwight.
Poor bastard's been hooked. Can't let him die, mate.
We gotta get its attention somehow.
This thing is a hunter. Which means we need bait. And who's going to go after Dwight? Meg's the fastest. Should be her. And who's going to be the bait?
Cut.
That's a wrap! That's a wrap!
Yeah. That burned so bad. That burned.
Well, we hope you all enjoyed that. Also, since for some reason we can't chat with you guys on the typing mode, that sounded old. It's okay, Sonia, for almost murdering me. Obviously, I'm okay and alive, and I honestly didn't even notice until after, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Yep, that was that.
Yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed that. If you got any questions, that's kind of what we want to do here is just open up the chat for questions. So, how we ended up making the hook, where we got the materials, what camera we're using, any questions you guys have, throw that into the chat and we'll answer it as best as we can. I just want to do a shout out to Daphne Miller, my wife's sister, for creating the Huntress mask. I think we can all agree it looks pretty awesome.
It was
So yeah, special shout out for that. Looks great. Yeah.
Shouts all the way out to Mateo for that amazing BTS.
that shit was good.
I hadn't actually seen that yet. Almost as good as the piece itself. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's pretty
Better.
banging.
It was arguably better than the actual.
There's an argument to be made. Yeah. Big
Is
thanks.
Mateo in this chat? If you're here, speak yourself. Speak your name. I don't know if he's here.
If you're here,
Mateo.
press enter twice.
Yeah, just do anything. Second Dead by Daylight is a real quick. Well, okay. We kind of ended it in a way where we could have a sequel because we don't really know what happens to Meg. So it's definitely open to possibilities. We haven't actually made any decisions yet.
I think Paradigm Visual.
Oh, is that? Are you? Mateo, are you Paradigm Visuals? Say yes. It's me. It's Mateo.
Nice.
Everybody subscribe and follow Paradigm Visuals.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. He literally, him and his girlfriend Megan, honestly helped out like crazy on set. I'm going to assume. But either way, you guys did absolutely incredible. Couldn't have done it without you. And also, shout out to this guy right here, this beautiful fucking man, for his beautiful composing work. This is the first time we've actually branched out to a music composer, and I think we can all agree that he did incredible. Yeah, I have no other words really. Shout out to one screenwriter who I can't. There's the more letters. We can only see some of them. Shaved off a few pounds since then, dude. Nice. You were already in fucking fantastic shape. Don't lie, right? You're already Vin Diesel, so don't even talk like that. You already look great. Who asked what?
Mr. Mac asked, are you going to make another with other killers? You should.
We definitely. I think we could. I think we definitely could. And Meg, who knows what happened to her, right?
I think it kind of depends on how well this one's received. Speaking of which, the actual official version is going to get released tomorrow. What do you think, around like 11 a.m. or something like that?
11 or 12-ish.
Yeah, so depending on how well that's received, and we'd love to make more. There's so many killers in the game and survivors, all of which have their own unique backstories. So, I mean, there's just so much you could do with this, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's an open world.
Not literally.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Do we any other questions you guys want to ask while we're still here and live? No, Gary, bro, come on. You're a fucking fitness model. Don't talk like that. You're the most Jack guy besides Nick on set. And Drake. Drake too. Sorry, Drake. I forgot Drake. I wish I could see all the letters.
Yeah, some of the chat's like sliced off a little bit. It's not.
Yeah, we're trying to. All right, Quinn's gonna move it. Beautiful. Now we can see it. Okay. So I guess word is that the Huntress killed her, but we're the writers actually. So I think we can.
This is
But-
kind of how
yeah.
I feel about it. It's sort of one of those Inception moments. You remember the end of Inception where like
Fantastic movie.
spins the top,
Incredible.
kind of like that. So I mean, who knows? Really, it's up for interpretation. You know?
Yeah, no, it's
Exactly. Yeah.
You decide what happens to Meg.
Yeah. Do you want the killer to win or do you want the survivor to win?
It's up to
Right.
you.
It's kind of like speaking true to the game as well, because I mean, you can play as the killer and the survivors. So I mean, you know.
Ooh, we also didn't mention, but the actors' performances, I think we can all agree, were outstanding. You guys did incredible, and I'd love to work with you all again. And I don't know if Natasha's in this chat, but you played an amazing Meg, and there's possibilities for sequels right now. So you never know. We'll see where this goes.
I'd like to shout out, Natasha again, because, you know, when we went out to location, we are searching for different areas to film it and you know, trying to incorporate, okay, which scene can go where and you know, which spot would look the coolest. And we found that bridge just kind of halfway down a trail. And right away, we were like, this is perfect. We could do a one shot, and we had all these great ideas.
Oh, that's who Mopar Blondie is.
Yeah.
That's her.
All right.
That's her.
okay.
Yeah, so special shout out to you.
Okay,
Um,
she wants a sequel, she says.
Okay, I think that kind of answers that question. though.
We don't have a choice. We don't have a
Yeah,
choice.
but shout out to you because, you know, when we come up with all these ideas and cool things we want to do, I mean, that whole scene relied on your willingness to dive underneath the bridge and like get all muddy and everything. And I mean, we laid a blanket down, sort of,
Covered in dirt and leaves.
but at the same it's like that's only going to help so much. So you're an absolute trooper for just like, you know, going 110% and helping us out, and you know, you really helped make this what it is.
Ultimate commitment to your craft.
Also, Patrick, thank you. Clay, I love you. Clay is my cousin, for anyone that doesn't know. He's a fucking great guy. Patrick, a good friend of mine, also my sister's boyfriend. Fantastic people. Love you both. Thanks for checking it out. Chelsea also said something.
Yeah, answer to Chelsea. We had every special license that would be required, and we'll be answering no further questions on that.
Yeah, everything done here was completely legal, and we followed all laws and communicated with the authorities, the authoritative figures before filming. So, yeah.
Thanks, Chase.
Chase, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, we do have a project with the dog. Actually, we do. We do have a few videos with him in it. The funny thing. Sorry.
I don't know if you already did this, but even if you did, I think this man deserves 2 shout-outs. What? Travis or Trevis? Trevor?
Travis.
The travel guy.
Oh, Terrace.
Terrace. Sorry. I'm trying to give a shout out and I can't even remember your name, even though I think we had this conversation on set where I couldn't remember your name. Either way, you're a trooper as well.
Yeah,
like, mad shout out to you. That was amazing. Like,
Yes.
you just coming in clutch, being able to transport everybody back and forth, making trips to the bathroom when people needed it. Amazing. Yeah, so massive shout out to you as well.
Couple shout outs I gotta mention. One, my girlfriend Huana for being a script supervisor. Can you show yourself? Come on, just for a second. Just for a second.
There's like 4 people here. Come on.
Yes.
Hi.
This
She's gone. All right.
this is our first time having a script supervisor, and she kept us in line. She knew the script inside out. Couldn't have done it without her. And another shout out that I think we all need to mention that we haven't mentioned yet.
Yeah.
This man, this man's name is Clive. And we had no idea who this guy was before filming this video. This guy shows up and is already better than all of us at what we're doing. And he just did an incredible job. The motivation, the dedication, the commitment, like I can't thank you enough, Clive. This production would not have happened without you.
I'd never met him before in my life, and he rolled up with a hatchback filled with every tool you can imagine, and like no matter what it was that needed to get done, he looked at it like it was his ninja training, like it was exactly what he was there to do, and he wasn't going to let anybody else do more work than him. It was ridiculous, and it became a running joke on set that absolutely every production everywhere needs a Clive.
It does.
I don't know where we found a Clive.
We got lucky. We got lucky.
But yeah, that guy deserves a bouquet of flowers.
I think he's getting a bouquet of flowers along with everyone else involved. Is he in this? Is Clive in this?
If
he's here right now.
if for some reason you are in the chat, Clive, you are amazing, and I think we need to buy him a subscription to some flower shop that just sends him roses daily.
Specifically flowers, even if he doesn't like them. Everyone likes
Who
flowers.
doesn't like flowers? Everybody likes flowers.
Some people don't like flowers.
I have a story about Clive, and this is really going to help drive home how incredible this man is. Drake was saying he has like every piece of gear that we could possibly want. So I go into the tent that we had, because we rented 2 10x10 tents for like catering and whatnot. And so I go in there to get a coffee, and I'm sitting there, and Clive comes in, and he's like, all right, so what's the next scene? What are we doing next? And so I let him know, okay, we're going to go film. This was actually prior to the one shot. We were prepping the one shot scene. And so he comes in and he's like, hey, what are we doing next? And so I tell him, okay, we're going to go and do the one shot. And we're talking about audio, and I tell him like, yeah, I'll probably just be hand booming it and whatever. And he says, oh, I actually have some kind of it's like a jib with like a platform on the bottom, and it's got a boom going over. Like you could just use that if you want. And I'm sitting here thinking that I need to hand boom the entire one shot, take after take after take. And then he's got that. And I was like, well, I mean, you don't have to go get it. Like, don't worry about it. I'm fine just hand booming the whole thing. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And so I get my coffee.
There's Clive in the chat.
Clive's in the chat.
Oh, hey, Clive! Amazing.
No flowers. He doesn't like flowers.
No flowers.
People
Okay.
don't like flowers.
We just forget we said
I
anything
said
about
people
flowers.
don't like flowers.
Man pulls out an entire rolling crane from his back pocket. Like, what?
So I finish getting my coffee, and I head over to a location where we're going to film the next shot. And Clive has already set up this crane with a boom over. Like, he's prepped the whole thing. Like, and you guys probably don't know what the hike down looks like, but this is 5. I think it was 4.
It was the worst thing I've ever done.
It was 4 sets of stairs.
There's more than that.
So he had to pile this thing like over his shoulder or something, go all the way down, follow the path to the catering tent, cut over down the path, which was probably like 50 to 100 meters, something like that. Set the thing up all within the time that I took to put a cream and sugar into my coffee. And so I go there, and I set up my stuff, and it made the scene 10 times better. So massive shout out to you, Clive. Love you lots.
Yeah.
Hope you're down to have more fun with us in the future and come on board for more productions.
100%. And I mean, I'll tell a brief story of Clive. I show up on set late both days in a row. Probably the worst thing you could possibly do when filming a video. This guy's already raking out the snow from the tent before I even get there. I'm like, how do you even know to do that? Like, it was just great. And then obviously the actors, Sonia, Liam, Natasha, Gary, and Nick, like, God, I know I said it already, but you guys did so good, and you dedicated your time. Most of you drove from out of town, which I don't know why you did that. That's an immediate no for most people. So thank you for that. And
stand around in the freezing cold
freezing
and the
cold
snow.
and a snowstorm, first one of the year. And I think Oscar performance goes to Liam for that one-liner run. I think that was immediately like, it just captures your soul. It's so good.
The only line he had in the entire thing, and he nailed it.
He nailed it. And I think it was a good test for Liam because he wasn't speaking dialogue. He was acting. Like, there was a whole scene where he was just kind of walking around, and like you can see the emotion on his face. And I think that says a lot about an actor. So kudos to him along with the rest of the cast.
33 visuals. I think maybe you missed it, but it will be coming up. It'll be posted tomorrow morning. And we're looking forward to seeing more work from you, actually. Natasha's got another one coming out, so that'll be great.
I'm excited to see that, actually. That looks pretty fucking awesome, so be checking that out. And to answer your question...
Sorry, not just Natasha, but that's Natasha.
Yeah, and
we
Nick.
Can't wait for your next
Oh my
piece.
God, you
Next
guys
thing-
are both in that. Like,
Isn't Kevin and
yeah, Kevin and Gary are behind, or Kevin's in it, and I think Gary's behind the camera.
Okay, right.
So you guys, like, I saw the clips, and that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. It looks great. To answer your question, Chase, I can't answer that because we don't know. it's open to interpretation at the moment.
I saw a message earlier from Camilla. That means a lot. It was awesome to hear you say that. We're excited to see where things go as well. And yeah, I'm really hoping that this one does well, because honestly, something that we've been hoping to try to figure out is how to be more consistent with content, right? Because we come out with a video every 6 months or so, right? And so what we've decided is we want to come up with sort of a series. And I think that if this does well, if this one actually, I don't know what a view count would be, but if people are excited enough about this, we could absolutely just do more Dead by Daylight stuff. And I think, you know, if we did one of those every 4 months even, like, it's a total option. So that's something that we're hopefully going to consider in the future. Just depends on how well this one does.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan, you got anything to say to the crowd? And by crowd, I mean chat.
Just yeah.
15 viewers, 15 legends.
It was just fun to work on the soundtrack for this. I mean, I'm already into this kind of stuff anyway, so, and I played the game a bunch, so it made it a lot easier since I played it. But yeah, no, I had fun, so thanks for having me out. Shout out Terrace, always. Shout out Terrace. Always got to shout Terrace out. And yeah, I'll definitely work on the next one too if you guys are doing one. So yeah.
Yeah, man, I think you did an amazing job. And I think the thing with horror as well, we were talking about this because we finished the final mix last night.
Yeah, we didn't have it rendered. I did not have it rendered till 11:30 p.m. last night, and I had work today. So that was how clutch this whole thing was.
Yeah, we didn't. The final mix was done last night, and I think that the one thing that made this, because it's a horror, right? The soundtrack is massive. It's like the number one. If you watch any horror film, the sound is like everything. And so Nathan's soundtrack just made this come to life, and it took it from a, I'm not gonna say crappy production because it was awesome, but like just that extra 110% on top was, yeah, really made a difference.
Yeah, it wasn't like, it didn't sound like a film until Quinn's sound and Nathan's music was in. Once that was in, it was like, okay, we got something here. Before that, it was like, yeah, you know, there's some pretty shots, but like it just it looks weird until you add in those things, and once you add in those things, you're like, holy shit, this is like an actual film. So and kudos to this fucking guy right here, because he's a goddamn wizard when it comes to sound. This guy, like, watching him work is like, what are you even, like, it's like a computer. He's not even a human being. He's like a robot that's just like, and like everything he does is great. And that incorporated with Nathan's music, absolutely incredible. Me and Drake, actually, we had a pretty fun time working on the color for this and editing. We had some setbacks. There was some sessions where we spent 4 or 5 hours and absolutely not a second of the film got done. So that was fun. So kudos to this guy also for sticking it through till the end.
Thanks, Mateo. Thanks for that. I'm just trying to. I'm pretty far away from the TV right now, but the heartbeat sound effect. Yeah, so that's something that we hummed and hawed about for a while because it's such a core part of the game. But bringing it over to, like, you know, incorporate it into the film was, you know, we wanted to make it work, but mixing it in with the soundtrack and everything, and you know, because in the game, as the killer gets closer to you, the heartbeat gets faster and louder. So that one scene, I agree. I think it's 10 times better with the heartbeat just because it brings out that intensity, and it also is very reminiscent of the game. So we're all really happy with how that turned out.
Oh, and Natasha, sorry we didn't use your heavy breathing. We were going to. It just, we threw it in. It didn't quite work with the video, but thank you for recording that anyways.
I love you.
Nolan, you got anything to add? All right, that's word from Nolan. Anything else? I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just kind of hanging out. We're gonna be
spitballing.
chilling and just drinking some beers and whatnot.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting pretty drunk, probably.
In celebration.
Yeah. I'd say we're probably gonna have some beers.
You're.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, yeah, some GoldenEye for sure.
GoldenEye is happening. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I feel like I don't need to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway, just because we're live streaming on YouTube. If you're not subscribed already, it would mean the world for us or just to us if you would. Yeah, just do it. Just straight up do it. You'll thank us later, maybe. Probably not, but you should anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get a video once
Yeah.
every 8 months. So a good video once every 8 months.
Like and subscribe. You're welcome.
That should be our motto.
Click the copy link. That's a trick I picked up from TikTok. It works. Just saying.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, and again, tomorrow the full video is going to come out, so it'd mean the world to us if you guys want to share it different places and show your family and your grandparents and their kids and their relatives and their cousins and I don't know, everybody that you know. That'd be amazing.
We also got Chelsea wants to know what shot we're most proud of, and I can't speak for these guys, but I think I actually have two. I think the first one would have to be Liam's hook shot. When you see him on the hook for the first time, I don't know, like it was just the lighting was absolutely perfect. The colors was amazing. It just looked so good. Like it was like, did we actually film this? Like it was the first time I like looked at a shot that we did and it was like, whoa, like that's actually really impressive. And then the one shot, obviously, because for some reason it worked out. I was not expecting it to work out, but it looked great and it was suspenseful. I loved the acting. I loved the whole bridge scene, which wasn't even in the script. We just stumbled across it. And going back to that, thank you again, Natasha, for going under. I know we thanked you for that already, but you didn't really have a choice. And the best part about it is that you were just like, yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. I'll just go under that. So thanks. I appreciate that. You did amazing.
Yeah, for a favorite scene, it's definitely the one shot was fine, but the whole hook scene was just like obviously we hated the snow. We didn't want to have to deal with the snow, but the lighting was perfect and just like the tiny flakes of snow, even if it didn't actually work like chronologically with all of the rest of the shots, like
it was great.
In isolation, I love those shots.
Yeah.
Like, those are so good.
We should just upload that. We should just upload a video of just the hook shot and then call it good there, honestly.
Actually, the ending scene was pretty good too, with the smokiness and the just like the cutting between the
That
chases
was
and
good. I
whatever.
did
Yeah.
like-
The
I
whole
do
thing's
like-
my favorite.
The whole thing is great. The whole thing is great.
Natasha would jump under a bridge again in a heartbeat. We will hold you to that.
Yeah, you're going to in the sequel, so it might be more than a bridge. It might be a bridge on in a river or something. Who knows?
That's the Widestream Media guarantee is you have literally no idea what filming with us is going to be like. It might be an absolute shit show, or it could be mediocre. Or it could be really great. I don't know.
Super fun.
Yeah, it could be amazing. Yeah.
Not time consuming at all, though.
No. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, we also all have our own full-time jobs and everything going on. So making this, it was a lot of fun, and finding time here and there was kind of difficult though because of our pre-obligations and whatnot. So we really appreciate you guys sticking with us, and we try to get it out as fast as we could. But I mean, things just end up getting in the way, but we're there. We're there, and we made it happen. And you guys were a massive part of that, and we're really excited to see what the future holds. And hopefully it won't take us another 8 months to come out with something.
It'll be like a month or two. Oh, I got one thing to say, if you don't mind. Did you guys think that it looked like night? Because that was the first time we tried day for night. And did we get you? Did you get fooled? And it was pretty tough because it was night and day when we were filming, so it was really tough to make it look consistent. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah. Nick, I'm assuming that means you think it looked nighttime the whole time, which is great. That's what we were going for. So if that's the case, if you guys can all tell us what you thought, be honest. Don't worry about. You're not going to hurt our feelings. This is a learning curve for us, so we're just excited to hear any feedback we can get. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Oh, 100%. That definitely sold. Thank you. 1,000%. Holy shit. 1,000%. It was crazy night. Okay. Thank you. That I don't know what that means. It was crazy night, but I'm gonna say
Is that Gary?
that's Gary.
That's Gary?
That's Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Gary, we love you, by the way.
Also a massive trooper.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't shout out you yet, and you deserve 10 shout outs. Maybe 9. 9 shout outs. Not quite 10.
Whoa, 9.5.
9.5. Oh, Dylan, Yeah, we got you. We fooled them all. We fooled them all. So Gary, massive thanks to you. Sort of related to Natasha crawling under a bridge, but Gary had to crawl through snow in his wardrobe
bare hands,
and with his bare hands, exposed skin and everything. And we did what was like 4 takes, I think, which isn't that many, but it's enough that if you're lying on the ground, you know, in a snowbank, hiding under bushes, I mean that wouldn't be a comfortable situation. So
at all. I was just glad I was behind the camera and witnessing it, and not actually doing it myself.
yeah, and it ended up looking really good too. So
And the performance for that particular shot was like, you really sold it, Gary. Like, it was just, I loved it.
That one was solid. Being behind the camera isn't necessarily always safe, though. Brandon almost died.
I did almost die, but I mean, it really fits the character that Sonia was trying to play. She is a murderer, so it's only fitting that I, the director, would get murdered in the making of the film.
Yeah, almost got axed.
Did almost get axed. Didn't even notice. It was like, all right, great, moving on. That was the best part about it.
Well, what do you think? We're just kind of flapping. No, I'm talking to you.
I don't know.
Okay.
We're just
yeah.
I mean, I don't think we left anybody
yeah.
out.
I think
but-
you
No.
thanked everybody
thanked
Yeah.
multiple times.
Honestly, it was too dark sometimes. Gary looked more clear in the behind the scenes. It's his expressions were powerful.
Oh, we completely agree.
Yeah,
that
no,
was,
100%. Yeah. Jumped into that snow with quickness. Yes, he did. I'm only going to get better. Might just be YouTube though.
I believe
Yeah.
The
Watch the release version because it's gonna be
better.
it's gonna be 4K. It's not gonna be compressed through the YouTube streaming / OBS streaming, which is what we're using to do the stream. It's gonna be better if you watch the full version.
Yeah.
That said, that was a challenge. That was a challenge, making everybody have equal visual weight with different skin tones when shooting at night, and then trying to color grade it. Well, when shooting in the daytime, and then trying to color grade it to make it look like night. It was a challenge, more so than we were expecting. But I think in the final version we watched, and the version that will be the release, I think it's a lot clearer because his expressions definitely brought a lot of value to every scene he was in. So
100%.
I do think that is maintained in the non-compressed, non-live stream version.
Yeah, definitely check out the YouTube version when it's up tomorrow, because it was just, the quality was probably a little less good than what you'll actually see.
Yeah. Also, sorry about the audio delay /
We're learning.
Yeah, we whipped this up in like an hour, so I don't know. We're pretty happy with how it turned out, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I think if there's anybody that we forgot to thank that's in the chat, sorry. Just type your name in there, and we'll give you an arbitrary shout out because
Yes, everyone gets a shout out.
everybody gets a shout out.
I guess our sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors for
We do have
helping fund the
sponsors.
project.
Yeah.
Which was incredible. Like, the fact that they even gave us any money is already unrealistic to me. So
Yeah, huge shout out to those who all I don't know if you'd call it pledged, but submitted money to our GoFundMe. That made a massive difference, and even something as little as buying coffee for the whole cast, or the money that went towards the tents, or all those little things make a massive difference, and yeah, massive shout out to you guys. Yeah, but I think that's everything.
yeah.
If you have any more questions tomorrow, post on the video and we can answer them on YouTube. We're looking forward to seeing what the future holds. Thanks everybody.
Thank you guys, honestly, and please definitely check out the YouTube version, because we're gonna want to share that around. Like, we want to get that out there. So just just do what you can to make it known to people. Share, like, subscribe. Those are the three.
Hit
that
bell
notification. And who knows? We might enter it in some festivals and hopefully get some awards. We'll see. It's hard to say how that will go, but it's definitely, we'll probably put it on some festivals as well. So, Drake, got any last words?
We appreciate all of you showing up. This has been fun. We'll see you on the next one. Can't wait. Good night.
We love you.